nice. Come on in, bring a
And
friend.
motivation, it sounds like.
Come on in, bring a friend.
As usual.
As usual.
As usual.
They know how we do it.
You know how we do.
We do it. All right. Sit down. Sit down. Coming to you live from the Sit Your Ass Down studios. Welcome to the Me and D
Pops and Son
podcast.
For that ass.
Yes, sir.
For that ass.
For that ass. No Diddy.
Can't be nothing but no Diddy, no doubt.
No Diddy. You gotta let them know.
Today is July the 26th, 2024. We thank you for listening to us. D, we got a guest tonight.
Okay, yeah. We got a guest tonight.
Who we got? Who we got in the house with us?
Hey, it's John the Don. This is a
John
recent.
the John.
Honestly, John, he works at Fry, where I work at.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
He's a driver there, doing big things.
At
He-
Fry, not on
At Fry.
Fries.
Yeah. At Fry.
Make sure, yeah, that Fry.
Right. That's right. But I mean, that's the homie though. He hoops. He's very
Okay.
knowledgeable. Of USC. Did you used to wrestle?
I did a little bit in high school.
You
A little bit.
played
Not
football.
Okay.
I'm knowledgeable. This the homie right here. But you know what I mean? Got John in the building.
John the Don. Welcome, John.
Thank you.
Talk to us. Tell us a little bit about yourself. What are your preferences and start in terms of sports and your teams? Who you like? Who you rolling with?
Okay.
Who you rapping?
I probably grew up watching the Rams a lot. My dad, my grandfather, my uncle, real big football fans. My uncle being really a bigger influence in football. But I probably grew up watching the Rams, and then probably about 2000, when you get a feel for what you like to see around in the game, I became a Chiefs fan. One of the people that really stood out to me was Tony Gonzalez.
Chicken Mahomes.
Nah, Tony Gonzalez. I was just
Yes,
really big
sir.
Tony Gonzalez fan. I didn't really catch up too much on him in college, but when I saw him playing for the Chiefs, I think it was probably the Rams versus the Chiefs game, one of the ones that was at home for the Rams. It was like really big in the city at the time. And I just really like grew to a tight end. And look at me now, I'm 6'6" and stuff. So that was the position I picked up on in high school and whatnot. And so football really was like a big attraction growing up as a young kid and whatnot.
Okay.
But over time, I got equipped to playing baseball. Just really loved baseball. Hank Aaron, favorite baseball player
What you
of all
mean?
time.
The jersey.
Favorite
Atlanta
baseball player of
Braves. You
all
know what I'm
time.
repping.
All the way. I understand Jackie Robinson, big hype. I don't know, for a black athlete. Hank Aaron did it for me. I don't know. Seeing the Atlanta Braves,
he was solid all the way around.
All around, you know what I'm saying? All around game for sure.
I had the wheels, man. As a kid, I was just a really fast kid, so running around them bases, it just made me feel like either Roberto Clemente or Hank Aaron.
Oh man, he's naming two of my favorites right there. Okay, I like that.
Sure,
I like
that.
For
sure. So baseball, Dad rubbed off on me. I ain't gonna lie. I'm a real big Yankees fan. Derek Jeter.
Jeets.
Woo!
Okay.
That's another modern day player.
Okay, Jeter. Respect to number two for sure.
For sure.
That's one of the greatest of all time.
Yeah, that's a legend.
Look at Kobe's record in the NBA. It models.
No, they're very similar as far as I thought it's funny that you thought about that because I also compared to each sport because I mean we're around the same age, around the time as far as like middle school, high school.
Mm-hmm.
It was always Kobe and the Lakers, and then you always hear about Derek Jeter and the Yankees winning titles. They both got 5 titles apiece.
Exactly.
Both at their position, both at their position, probably the top in their position alone.
For sure.
And
for the longest too.
Yeah, and when you think about winners. You got to think about
that's it right there.
I know Tom, he took it to another stratosphere, but as far as just like
time being in your prime and staying in your prime,
relevancy during that time and just domination, those two were very comparable. And people forget, man, Derek Jeter black.
You kind of look for might be, but I think a lot of people let Alex Rodriguez overshadow Jeter, but I think Jeter, between the two, Jeter was the star, the more elite level player.
Right. No, I agree. Totally agree. You said you wanted to bring up something about one of our topics from a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, the cookouts, man. I don't know. Dave said Junior said that he said that cookouts sometimes at a pavilion in a park. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I don't know. I think if we get real old, if we get real back in the day, you know what I'm saying? Like for me, I want to say 96 to 2000. I remember in a way, well, at least in the 2000. I remember. I remember pictures. Let me say the pictures. You remember when your grandmother would bring out the reunion book of pictures and you just seeing yourself like, that's me? That's me?
Like you 50?
Nah.
96, 2000.
Nah.
You used to kill them.
I'm an old soul, brother. I'm an old soul.
I was gonna say he does have an old soul.
Right, so I guess if memory really, I could really get back there in my memory. But back about 2000, I would say block parties were a really big thing, and I think that also played into the family reunion because I remember going over to my cousin's house and they would throw block parties, and then my cousin, can we go over to theirs when they throw theirs? So back and forth, I feel like a block party, if your family was all surrounded in that same block as well, I feel like that is a way for it to be a family reunion and whatnot.
Do they get the food?
Oh, yeah, the food. You know? Yeah, the food. That's what I was getting to. You know the next thing was I was going for the gathering part of it and then the food. So for the cookout, it's always got to be grilled. There ain't nobody. You can bring your own grill type stuff. I remember my uncle. A smoker will bring his own. Smoker,
right.
Sure.
Somebody got the big truck with the big smoker.
At like 6 a.m. I remember
that's when
my granddad would wake up at 6 a.m. Start getting ribs on there, start getting steaks on there, briskets and everything.
It's a full process. People don't want to actually say. My girl, she was saying, "Oh, it'd be like midday," and she's like, "Oh, we should barbecue." No. I'm like, "You should have told me."
That's grilling right there.
Yeah, that's grilling. Now, usually when we throw something on the grill, that's grilling. But at barbecue, I should have had something marinated already.
It should have been in the season. You should have marinated that last night.
Exactly. The frosting. That's all
it is.
Seasoning,
meats,
marinated.
Food.
I get up early. You put the fit on.
Mm-hmm.
You got
what was it? Was it cookouts and then what was the other one? Reunions, right?
So we did it's cookout versus barbecue and then versus grilling.
Cookouts. I feel like you might have a little bit of some coleslaw, potato salads, different things like that. But for the cookouts, it's really, I feel like, barbecue meats of sorts and then handheld foods that you can on a plate because you ain't really sitting down a whole lot.
Also, I'm thinking the time link, like you just said, cookout, that's all day.
Yeah.
A barbecue, it can be about 8 hours.
Barbecue.
6 hours. You can do it in 4.
Barbecue is sometimes a birthday too. Like those are the same time length. A birthday and a barbecue. If it goes over than that, we've been together too long. Where the beers at?
Right. That's where Unc gets knocked out.
Yeah, that's where Unc gets a little too. The Hennessy. That's about your fifth. That's your fifth.
And the old jam start playing. He starts feeling himself. It's like
you don't get the fifth. I'm just gonna get 5 pints.
You got that cheap alcohol too.
All in all,
rubbing alcohol.
No, I got the E&J brandy.
Oh man, the E&J. Ooh,
man, that brings back some terrible memories.
Right, you can get a gallon for 20.
And by the time this comes out, it'll be in the past. But we do want to bring up UFC 304, where you got Leon Edwards taking on Bilal Muhammad. And then we talked about this gentleman a few weeks ago, Tom Aspinall. He's taking on Curtis Blades. So 2 good fights. How do you all see it turning out? Will Leon retain his belt? Because Muhammad is a beast.
I think it's 2 levels to that fight right there, Leon and Bilal. I think it's not only is it a championship fight, I think it's also just a 2 fighters who fought each other, one lost, and the record is very similar, but they still have been on an undefeated streak upon meeting at this rivalry again. I think it's who's the better man, who's the more skilled. As we've seen both Leon in his most recent defense of the belt with Kamaru Usman, the second time, it looked really well. It looked like he really found the confidence that he needed to get to the next level. But the first fight, you wouldn't have known that. You waited to the last round to really show any level of difference between you two. But
the last couple of minutes.
Yeah, exactly. And in a way, it reminds me of the Max Holloway fight, where that's when you just stick it to the ground.
Right, you just go ahead and swing. Let's go ahead and
And in a way, he
Go ahead
did.
and
You know what I'm
fight.
saying? He did it very strategically in a way, but I feel like that's when you really put the burners on. You just let
Yeah,
him lead.
I think it's gonna be a interesting fight. I hope I can stay up for it because I usually around that main event. I get to the co-main event.
Nah.
I get right there, and then man, I'm out by that main event in about the second round. If it's not
that
the first round, yeah, I'm out of there. But as far as man, it's gonna be a good Curtis Blades and Aspinall is gonna be a good one.
Yeah, very good.
That's gonna be just man. That's two heavyweights who just really don't give a.
Those two are hungry.
Hungry to
Blades got some heavy hands.
Yeah, heavy hands, and he has a lot to prove too.
Aspinall wants to prove that he's just not the interim champ, but he should be the champ.
And it's not a fluke.
Right.
Yeah. I think however this fight ends for either of those fighters, whoever excites the most, I think that's the fight that needs to be given to Jon Jones. If Stipe Miocic is
Jon Jones can't stay off that cocaine.
Nah. He got hurt. He had a pectoral tear.
He's doing cocaine allegedly.
Right. He was doing something when they did that.
Allegedly,
when they came to get that drug sample, he was doing something crazy. Hopefully, he can clean up. But
yeah.
No, I think it should be two good fights. Look forward to seeing it. Hopefully, like you said, D. Sometimes it gets rough.
It's rough, especially yeah.
Sometimes
you're up all day
watching me, and then I wake up and I'm looking at the damn press conference.
Yeah. It's the little one, and I'm not Bow Wow.
Real quick, while we got you, get one more topic in before we let you go. Tua Tagovailoa signs an extension 4 years, $212.5 million.
I saw that.
Roughly $53 million per season. I don't
Is
think he's worth that kind of money. I'm not effing with that, D. To me, he's in the 40 to 45 million. That's a whole lot of money still.
That
but
is.
You're putting him near the top of the heap. I'll even say my guy, Brock Purdy for the Niners. He's not worthy of 50 plus million. Very talented, but they're not that caliber of a Burrow, of a Mahomes. They say Dak's gonna break the bank at 60.
Man, he ain't even worth that money.
Which means Mahomes is gonna get 65.
See, it goes back to Deshaun Watson or whoever effed up the market because
they messed up the market.
They give money to players that haven't even done nothing yet, and it's just it just goes back to show you this. There's so much money in the NFL.
There really is.
There's generations of money in the NFL, and all the side stuff that they into too. They control a lot, man. Yeah. Like the powers that be got an NFL team. Some of the richest men in the world own an NFL team.
A lot. Weren't there 3 teams just sold this past year? Recent new owners. If I'm not mistaken.
Probably due to scandals.
Okay. Interesting.
I'm trying to think of
Carolina's relatively. Yeah. That owner's relatively new.
The Commanders.
Commanders had to sell due to scandal. Yeah.
And then I'm trying to think of this. Probably is one more.
Yeah,
because they say once you get an NFL team, you don't want to. You got the keys to the palace.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
That's one of
the
that's guaranteed.
You can't attain as a wealthy person. It's just not easy to get an NFL franchise. It's a little bit easier to get. Yeah, a little bit easier to get into the NBA and the MLB, but to break that inner circle. Yeah, you got to come with it. You better bring a package. Pause. That that's going to let the owners know that you're bringing something to the table.
100%.
What else, man? Before we let you slide, we definitely appreciate you coming on.
Man, I don't know. I got my man Rod Dillingham. Great game. One of these past games this week. Who he played in the summer league, 25. I'm really excited to see where he's going to be for.
What's it out of?
He got drafted to the Timberwolves.
Dillingham. From what college you went to?
Didn't he go to UK, University of Kentucky?
Rod Dillingham. I'm pretty sure.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
It's funny you brought that up. Who won the championship?
I did not get to watch it.
Oh, the Summer League championship?
Yeah. No, I know that's my point because I
I
didn't
ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna
outside
lie
of
to you. I ain't really.
Bronny's couple of games, it was the Miami Heat one. Miami beat
Okay.
Memphis for the
Okay.
title.
Oh, that's what's up.
And outside of a couple Bronny games for a few minutes, I didn't really get into the summer
Well,
league.
yeah, I never have got into summer league. Tell you the truth, but
It was just a glimpse. It was
right.
25. So
Yeah, that's good numbers.
That's good numbers, especially for
I-
summer league.
Yeah, I also
see him in lead to come for sure. Especially
I also know that what's the number 2 pick. He's already being the bust. I know it's just summer league balls, but he's getting like 0 points in the game. What's his name? Scar. Luckily, we didn't draft him. For dude from France.
I don't know how to pronounce it.
He's probably just upset because the Olympics are going on. He's over here in the States.
Right,
he can't be back home.
Oh, he can't represent his country because he was probably a pivotal part of that team.
He's just over there. All the females coming over that way.
Yeah, that's true.
He's over here.
Did you guys you see the opening?
Alexander Sarr. Who?
I saw a little bit of it. I watched the replay. I know they'll have a replay later on.
Oh, what?
He was able to watch the opening ceremony.
Oh, yeah.
For the Olympics.
Yeah. Well, we was at work.
Yeah, I know.
12. And then it comes back on at 3 a.m., which is right. Who's gonna be up for that?
What sports are you all looking forward to, if any?
Basketball.
Basketball, probably track.
I can't wait to do.
Gymnastics, definitely.
Are they doing flag football this year? Is that this year or next Olympics? I think they got a flag football team.
Yeah, see. That's the thing. It's hard to keep up with what sports.
All of it. Track for sure.
They're not doing baseball this year because there are no baseball fields over there. Looking forward to track and field, men and women's basketball. Whatever Simone Biles is doing,
right?
I definitely want to see that. But outside of
tennis,
tennis,
golf,
golf is back in.
Little splash of cocoa.
Little cocoa golf
in the coffee. But no,
hot cocoa.
It's awesome hot cocoa. But yeah, no, definitely track for sure. I've always had a desire to watch track. But
I believe there was a 10-year-old or maybe 16-year-old that got taken with the track team to potentially run.
Oh yeah, I know what you're saying.
He broke a world record.
Quincy?
You talking about Quincy? I believe. Yeah, Quincy. I believe the last name starts with a T. I'm really bad with names.
It's all good.
The faces when I see the face, I get the name.
That's how it be. Like when you see somebody, they know you, you don't know them.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, that's
what's up? Good to see you,
man. What's up, homie?
Right.
And then they come
up remember the name.
What's up, my partner?
Man, long time no see. I just saw you yesterday.
Right.
I was at your crib.
Right. That's dementia. I think that's dementia, man.
We was chilling, huh?
Might need to see a doctor.
Hey, while we're on the Olympics, I'm gonna go ahead and bring this last one up. So you have these players on the team. You got Allen Iverson, Stephon Marbury, Dwayne Wade, Carlos Boozer, Carmelo Anthony, LeBron James, Emeka Okafor, Sean Marion, Amari Stoudemire, Tim Duncan, Lamar Odom, and Richard Jefferson. That was the 2004 men's basketball team.
Yeah.
They brought home a bronze.
That was crazy.
Can you imagine that with that group of talent?
I do remember watching the documentary from the start of the USA team.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And
that was crazy.
I think 2008, that was the Redeem team, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was the Redeem team. That team
when they smashed them.
It wasn't even fair.
It wasn't fair at all.
It wasn't fair, but that team, the fact that team lost, not lost, but yeah, you lost. You didn't come in. Yeah, we expect gold.
Group of talent.
Their talent is crazy.
And their talent is crazy. The fact that they get the bronze. Prime during that time frame. 2004, yeah. There's no way you should have lost.
No way at all.
I don't know. I wonder if it was just they just overlooked players.
It is hard to assemble talent just for a special occasion.
Cohesiveness.
When you have some of these countries, they're pros. They've been playing
together
for years.
Chemistry can win you some gold. Just having team chemistry, just because you got the talent. Yeah, that's a good.
But man, that's some great talent.
The arenas comes into play differently. Where you play, like what type of crowd comes to you.
True.
Just to think about it in perspective, when you go to the court, when there's a lot of people around, you get a little nervous. You're like, you don't want to mess up, do anything wrong. But then when there's nobody around, sometimes you be out there cooking, bro.
Right.
Right.
I'm out there LeBron and mugs.
Right.
And plus,
I feel
sometimes
like
your sight lines are different too. Like the
mm-hmm.
goals are different, and I'm talking about the hoops.
Right.
The floor might be different.
Right,
The crowd
right.
might be right up on you. They might be far
Mm-hmm.
back.
Yeah.
That does play a part in it.
For
Well,
sure,
man, we
for
really
sure.
appreciate you coming on with
Yeah,
us.
for sure.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Definitely have to get you back on. For
Get you
sure.
back
For
on,
sure.
and
I'm always available. I'm down for it.
Okay.
all
Yes,
right,
sir.
man. Well,
Yes,
thanks
sir.
again so much for joining us. Let's give another hand for John.
Yeah, give him a hand.
Don.
Give him a hand. Give him a hand.
Give him a hand, folks.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Hey,
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
yeah. Not too much. All right, my man.
All right, man. Thanks a lot.
Yes, sir.
Peace.
Peace. All right, bro.
All right, son. I got a little different topic for us, moving right along. And what made me think about it as I read a quote from Tyreek Hill the other day. He's up for an extension, or he wants an extension from Miami. And he said he had only one request from his agent, Drew Rosenhaus, and it was, do not get me traded. So don't ask for the stars and the moon. He said, I love it here in Miami. Yeah, of course he
Oh
does. with all
man,
those
loving it a little
kids.
too much.
Loving it too much. We told him we need
Man.
to wrap that thing up, pause. But the wife and
Yeah.
and kids, wife and
Wrap it
kids
up
love
like our
it.
segment.
Right.
Yeah.
But they love the area. They love the vibe of Miami. He likes
Miami's-
the team, his teammates.
It's nice playing in
He's
Miami.
like, please don't get me traded. And
It's
it made me think
nice.
of agents hold a lot of power, because a lot of times you'll hear a player say, I let my agent deal with that. Agent may make you move and you didn't really want to move, because I got the
Exactly.
feeling he didn't want to leave Kansas City, but because they weren't going to really up the money, or the agent might have made the amount too high.
Right. He might have
He's
dug him
getting
a
paid off of that.
exactly.
And that's the thing.
Exactly. So
It's more about
yeah.
what their interest is about,
Exactly.
not so much the athlete. And I think it made me think that these athletes put too much. They give the agent
Too much.
power.
Yeah. It's like
Because you're
I'm still gonna
deciding
make
my
10
future,
million.
and I don't
Yeah.
even know anything about it.
Right.
What? I'm getting traded? Why am I getting
Man,
traded?
they wasn't going.
They
you know what I'm
wasn't
saying?
going for it. You don't know
yeah,
what the
you
conversation
don't know
is
what the
about.
conversation was. And next thing
Yeah.
you know, he getting traded to Carolina.
You got the money,
You get the
but now
money.
you're going to a team that plays like trash.
He offered him because I think Kansas City offered him a nice little deal,
They did.
but somehow that extra, like, man, I'm gonna go make $10 million. He's only gonna make 10 extra million off this. Like, you negotiation, like,
Right.
I need about 15, because like you said, that people don't think about that the sports agent, he makes money off that contract too.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, imagine if you.
It
Man,
used to be.
that's
It
crazy.
used to be 3 to 10%.
And you got people like Rich Paul who got multiple agents. I mean,
Or
multiple
athletes. Mhm.
athletes. I meant to say.
Some sports have a limit on the commission an agent can charge. The NBA has a commission limit of 4%. NFL has a commission limit of 3%. Okay, so you can somewhat tamp that down, but man, you're still talking close to millions that I
Mhm.
got just for negotiating the deal.
Right.
Oh, and by the way, I don't have to move. You and your family have to uproot.
Dang. What if you was Greg Oden's sports agent?
But he still got some guaranteed money,
He
though.
did get some guaranteed money though. He did. Well, that's not too bad.
The thing I don't
Damn.
like, D, is when the agents encourage the athletes to sit out, because everybody loses.
Man,
You know,
everybody loses on both sides.
don't report.
And
Okay,
it,
so you're not training with the team, and we can just go right to it. NFL training camps open this week.
okay, there
Dallas
you go.
wide receiver CeeDee Lamb, he did not report.
He wanted to sit his ass down.
He's sitting his ass down.
He's
But
sitting his ass
what
down,
if
huh?
you don't get the extension? And on top of that, you're getting fined each day, so you're losing money.
You losing money.
Money that you've earned, you're giving it right back to the team. And a lot of times they don't give that to you. Now, the only time they don't fine you is if you do sign the extension,
Right.
and
So
they'll say, all right, we'll just call it even. But what if he doesn't get that extension that he's looking for, which Dallas is stupid for not? I don't know why they didn't sign the man in the offseason.
Yeah, I mean, because they giving too much money away to Dak.
I
But
think they're
no,
going
they
to
should
let
have
Dak just play this year out and then
see
become a
where it
free
go.
agent.
Yeah,
I
test
think
the
that's
market,
really
bro.
what's going to happen.
It's by the time you already what? Shoot, he's a 9, 10
7, 8, 9
seasons.
years in. Yeah, 10
Yeah, probably like
seasons close
9.
to.
Yeah, close to like
It
10.
doesn't
I'm
believe
trying to
he's been there
think.
that long, but he really has.
I think it's been 10 seasons, probably going on 9 or 10. But test the market, bro. You're not. Unfortunately, it's the name of the game. Once you start, you're not no spring chicken no more, and you haven't got the results. They ain't got even close.
You hadn't
So
won a meaningful game for sure.
absolutely not.
Hate
So
to say
you
that about
don't have
yeah.
that. They're not. It's nothing they can be like, man. It's gonna be really a loss letting you go. Sometimes they want to keep you there, but they also want to win.
This will be his 9th season too.
Yeah, so 9 seasons.
Yeah.
Go ahead and hit that market, bro. That's tough. It's the business side. Once you start getting older, you see the business side for sure, and how much value do you really bring to a team. If you're winning the regular season, but you're not bringing championships, you can go ahead and shop, bro. They're gonna put you on the shopping block.
Going back to that agent piece of it, again, what is his agent telling him? Because I'd be like, look, man, I'm going to go in and report. I'm not losing any money.
Bro, I'm not going to
afford
afford
it. Yeah, I can't afford it. I'm just giving money back to the team that I rightfully earned.
Yeah.
I'm not giving that up.
And then I'm becoming out of sync. At least you can just be in shape. You're going to get your money. You know they're going to sign you to the deal.
At least be in the meetings. Yeah. They might be rolling out some new personnel, some new packages.
You can still stay sharp.
You need to stay sharp, and you practice on you don't have to be with the team, but get on another field and at least show your face. That's one thing I do like about the 49ers receiver, Brandon Ayuk. He requested a trade last week, but he did report to camp. And they said that him and the general manager, John Lynch, were in some deep discussions yesterday in the end zone. So he's watching practice. He's there. He showed up. So
but
I got to give him credit. That's smart on his part. Plus, you're showing the team some goodwill. Hey, yeah, it's a business, and yeah, we got to negotiate this deal, but I do want to be here, and I do want to contribute.
And what if he's balling out in training camp, and then the organization really sees, you know what, maybe we can get something done.
Right.
I think that in the long run, especially, and that's just good for your next employer, because that's pretty much what it is. You're doing an interview each time with your actions. Somebody can be like, you don't want Brandon Ayuk, and he still showed up and he didn't sit out, so he means he's about his business.
He's about his business.
So I'm
he's about the commitment to the team. Exactly. Yeah. So I like that about him. One thing I heard, D, is I don't know if you saw this piece that 49ers head coach Kyle Shanahan offered Bill Belichick a job in the organization, but Belichick turned it down. He told him,
still coach.
You could have any position that you want. So if it were you, other than the head coaching position, what would you hire him for if you had the opportunity? What would you hire Belichick for? He'd be my defensive coordinator.
I think that's the first thing that popped into my head. That's where he started from. That's how those notorious defensive teams with the Giants. So I probably would bring him on as my defensive coordinator. I think he still, to this day, he knows how to run a defense. And a lot of times we think about Tom Brady and the offensive side of the Patriots, but you go back and look at some of those teams, Hall of Famers on those Patriots teams. I mean, some real deal athletes and dogs on that defensive team that doesn't get enough credit. So I'm gonna hire him on as a defensive coordinator. You can bring that grit, you can bring that sternness, you can bring that no tolerance, because that's what you want on defense for sure. You want it on it as a full organization, but especially on your defense.
And if he did want that, which that's what I would offer him, then I would offer him an assistant position. And I mean, you could be my assistant head coach and basically be my eyes and ears and give me some pointers. I need you in everything that I'm doing and help me maybe possibly get over the hump, because that's the issue with Shanahan. He can get you to the big game,
right?
But he's not winning the big game.
Man,
he figures out a way to lose. And that
last game,
however it turns out, and it could be Brady, it could be whatever, but you got to admit, Belichick never really beat himself in terms of how he coached the ball game.
Absolutely.
That's one thing he didn't do. He didn't coach himself into a loss.
Exactly. He puts himself out the game. If they were behind or trail, look at what they did against the Falcons. They were
hate to bring that bad memory.
I have to, but you just look at in that intense moment, they didn't crack or crumble. Still called a game and came all the way back. Dang. Let's move on.
Yeah, we don't want to belabor that, but we don't want to. We don't want to
ain't no
to the moon.
That's what you get. Sit your ass down.
All right, son. Moving on.
Glad we didn't get him.
The WNBA All-Star Game was a hit.
Damn.
Caitlin and them, and that's what I put. Caitlin and them Clown Team USA. Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese.
Is Caitlin Clark invited to the cookout?
Yeah, she can most definitely.
I mean,
she's cool. I like Caitlin.
She's actually pretty cool.
She's pretty cool.
From being from Iowa, she's cool. Like I think especially she's just. I think herself. She's just a hooper. At the end of the day,
she's a hooper. But have you seen she's got into because she's making good money? I mean, her fashion sense is pretty awesome.
Oh yeah, they definitely glammed her up.
Man,
they definitely glammed her up.
She doesn't look like a little hick from Iowa for sure.
Right.
But Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese drew most of the headlines entering the game. But it was Dallas Wings guard Arike Agumbawale. There we go. Arike Agumbawale. She stole the show with a record 34 points in the second half to give Team WNBA the 117-109 win over Team USA. Clark and Reese also made history, with Clark becoming the first rookie to have 10 assists and Reese the first with a double-double in an all-star game. So they got in there and they clowned. They also helped set a new baseline expectation for future all-star games, which should only grow in popularity. The game drew 3.4 million viewers, roughly 2 million more than 2003, which had been the previous record holder. So, man, those girls showed what their worth is. They showed that they are there to build the league. It's going to continue to grow. A record audience got a firsthand look at the depth of the league's talent. Atlanta Dream guard Alicia Gray, she became the first player to win the skills competition and three-point shooting contest. We were talking about her last week. And then she had 16 points and a game-high 16 steals, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. It was a good game, D. It was a good game.
Yeah, it's a good game.
Again, I've never watched a WNBA All-Star game in my life, but because of Angel and Caitlin Clark, I'll continue to watch as they continue to build this league.
Especially when they come back to the season to continue the rest of the season.
Mm-hmm.
I think, man, they got great momentum this whole year. They've had some fantastic momentum, and we keep saying as well as they should. And I'm glad we get to keep highlighting them. And they're on every week since, for real.
Since the college season.
Right, since the college season. They've been tournament. We have to mention them because they are what to talk about. Rightfully so, man. These women are fantastic. And they can ball.
They ball.
They got the juice now.
Pause. Yes, they do.
Hopefully they ain't got ball. They can ball.
They can ball.
But hopefully you don't have. Well, you ain't have none. Oh yeah, they can ball. But I hope she ain't got none.
Right. All right, son. It is not a sandwich.
It's not a taco.
It's not a pizza.
It's not a burrito.
It's not a panini. It's a wrap. So this week, it's a wrap. After his knockout loss to Jake Paul on Saturday, July the 20th, Conor McGregor fired Mike. He fired him from the bare
knuckle boxing. He was the champion. He fired him. So that was cold move.
He suffered many losses this past weekend.
How the fuck you gonna lose to him? I had faith.
I'm sitting there thinking, come on, man. You'd have to
fire him. Dude, disrespectful. Yeah, that's disrespectful.
So disrespectful.
That is disrespectful. That's disrespectful, man.
It's a wrap,
That's
Mike.
Disrespectful.
So I guess he's going to jump back in the UFC. I'm not sure what his future path is, but he took some punishment. And one thing I can say about Jake Paul, he's not a boxer still.
No, it's still not. That he didn't have
he's bulked up. He's got a little power in that right hand, though. I will give him that.
I'm telling you, if he connect with it, you're gonna have to give credit where credit's due. That's another grown man. Right. I get he's not a boxer, but he fights.
He fights.
He fights. Bare knuckle. He was a bare knuckle champion. So he had gloves on. Right. And he knocked him down. That was his third time getting knocked down. And that's another grown man. That's all I'm gonna say. We all want him to get his ass whooped. And we want him to at least get someone who's at the same level, same size, who's actually a boxer.
Please fight a boxer.
You see, he fought Tommy Fury, and Tommy Fury, he boxes, and he beat him by decision.
Right.
But we want to see him get knocked the fuck out.
A real boxer, though.
Like a real boxer. You calling out
real credentials.
I'm not no hater, though. Hey, get your money, dog, because what he's doing for himself.
Oh, my goodness.
It's incredible.
Between him and his brother, Logan.
But they've been doing this for some years now, like at least going on 3 years, maybe 4. I'm trying to think, probably since COVID.
And they keep building more brands for themselves. That's the thing that I'm impressed with, is they've just turned that into more and more projects. Now he's promoting Celsius energy drink, while Logan's got the Prime energy drink. I can't knock them. They're trying to create more revenue streams for themselves. And we're doing the same thing. We're trying to do the same thing.
Oh, absolutely.
Diversify.
But hey, man.
More power to him. But
that's what I'm saying. I ain't going to hate.
You lost you got knocked the F out. And
man.
Then you lost your contract in the bare knuckles boxing.
That's all bad, man. Well, lucky he probably did get a payday from that boxing, because I'm gonna say, man,
he got paid, yeah.
Yeah, so he'll probably be set. He's probably good for a little bit, a couple million.
He'll be all right. I think, and he lives in Miami, in that area too.
So yeah,
I know
cool.
He lives in Florida, so he'll be all right.
Yeah.
All right, son. Oh man, that's a thorough pour.
It's a thorough.
It's time for that juicy news. Because if you don't know,
now you know.
You know. Young brother, young sister, young player, Dwight Howard, P. Diddy, Porter,
the Porter
family. And don't forget Cheetah. We got Cheetah. He's on there too now.
If you don't know,
man,
now you know.
He stays in the juicy news. Who we got tonight, son?
Okay, so tonight for juicy news, former Chiefs D lineman Isaiah Buggs sentenced to hard labor in Alabama on animal cruelty charges. This is
we talked about him, didn't we? Yeah.
Did we?
Remember when he first turned himself in? So keep going. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I'm just following up.
He had just been arrested. He had
just been arrested. In. So it ended up being 2 counts of the animal cruelty. Sentenced on July 19th to a year of hard labor. Yeah, ordering him to serve 60 days. Ooh, in Alabama, so you know it.
It's gonna be hot. It's gonna be humid.
He's gonna be picking cotton.
Man, he'll be cracking rocks.
Oh no! In Tuscaloosa,
my goodness,
Alabama. Woo,
man!
Okay.
Have fun with that.
Yeah, people think, oh, he's just getting hard labor
in Alabama.
In Alabama,
they gotta break rocks like in a life,
bruh. So the chief released the former Alabama player on June 24th, 8 days after his second recent arrest in Alabama. He was arrested on charge of domestic violence, burglary, and released on a $5,000 bond. On the first one.
Domestic violence.
Yeah, that was the first. That's when he originally got arrested and then released, and that's when they let him go. And it looks like he's spiraling right now. This is when he got arrested. How we spoke last time.
It was the 2 dogs that he
left. 2 dogs, yeah. He left on the, that's what it was.
Back porch. No food, no nothing.
No food, no nothing.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was the follow. So it ended up being 2 counts, and he is getting hard labor.
Pause. Wow.
The rest of this.
Yeah, Mr. Bugs, you gonna get that cornbread.
Man.
They gonna be on you.
Man, so he's not allowed to have any firearms on a dog or a cat. This ain't nothing about no fish, though. So he can get...
That's funny you said that. I was thinking, can he have a goldfish?
This ain't nothing about no
he can't even have a beta fish.
Right.
Damn.
But that's your juicy news.
That's your juicy news. All right, son. Time for a little something on the side.
A little something on the side.
I don't know if you saw this, but Kobe Bryant's locker from 2004 to 2016, it was recently auctioned off, and it's gonna be the minimum reserve was $700,000, but they said that the deal has to be finalized by the 5th of August, and it looks like that locker now it's just his locker. Got command between $1 to $1.5 million.
Man,
it comes with the nameplate and the locker. Yeah, that'd be a nice little piece to have. I don't know how often you would show it off, though.
Yeah,
hey, man,
you had to.
That's Kobe's locker. Okay.
Yeah, he used to change right here.
He used to change right here.
Okay.
That's and where do you have to be? Is that in the basement?
You had to be rich. You had to be rich.
A man cave.
Yes, you have a man cave.
You'd have to have more Kobe memorabilia around it.
You would have a man cave, and then you would make a little portion where you built it into something,
like a little homage to Kobe.
You make it look like a locker room,
right?
And that's a locker, like a locker right there. Or you're going into
you're gonna have signed jerseys in it.
Yeah,
something
like that, and put it into the wall and with memorabilia, just so it looks like that's the locker.
You just can't have the locker by itself.
In the garage. Kobe locker. Okay.
That'd be okay.
What are you keeping it? This is Davy Jones locker. This is Kobe locker.
But I thought that was interesting though. That's a lot of money for $1 million.
Yeah, that's a lot of money for a locker. But I mean, for Kobe fans and people who, man, if you just think, I don't know, this weird, but his spirit, he was there. Like, you were in the presence of where he was, like, every single day, damn near. So. I guess if you think about that, working out, just thinking about this is where the grind was, the championships. This was greatness. Yeah. Like greatness sat here, so I could think of that's pretty cool in that aspect. But it's just, if you just think about it,
hey man, you want to see Kobe's locker?
Yeah,
it would be awkward, though.
Right? Oh, this is locker.
No, Kobe's.
No, like Kobe Bryant, his locker. That was like you're having your locker from high school.
Right.
It's my locker.
Turn the little combination and all that.
It's an old towel and a jock strap in here, man.
All right, son. Moving on. It's time for those pops, flops, and props.
Pops, flops, and props.
Oh, those pops, flops, and props. Who you popping tonight?
Props. Big Pops is going to go to the Olympics, man. The Olympics started in Paris. I'm very excited about the track. It's going to be tough being Jamaica, of course, but as far as the competition. But it's called Sprint on Netflix. That's a good little docuseries they got on Netflix, too. It's kind of almost like Receivers, but it's like a documentary behind the scenes of Sprint. Yeah, you and Mom would like that, but I know Mom will really like that because she was in the tracks. But yeah, Pops is going to go to the Olympics, man, 2024 in Paris. And basketball. Looking for basketball, Golden basketball.
Oh, yeah. My Pops is going to go to the St. Louis Cardinals. They signed their first-round pick, J.J. Wetherholt, to a contract earlier in the week. I think they drafted him 7th. He's a shortstop, but with Mason Wynn here, he probably won't see shortstop for many years. He'll have to convert to something else, but he was considered one of the best hitters and best all-around players in the draft. So it'll be interesting to see his development and how soon he makes it to the big club. Who you flopping tonight? What's your flop, D?
My flops actually went to Michael Perry, bare knuckle boxer fighter that got knocked out. For getting knocked out and losing his job, but also on McGregor, he tweeting, damn, you had to fire the man. And then he tweeting at Jake Paul, Conor McGregor, sit your ass down. He always sit your ass down because you need to fight yourself. You running from smoke. You always injured. I don't even think you're ready to fight because I don't think you've been training to fight. I think
boxing or UFC.
Boxing or UFC. And it's a flop to Jake Paul because he's going to call out Alex Pereira. He want to box him too as well. I'm like, man, it's
fight a boxer, man.
That's
fight
what I'm saying. Like, we don't want you to see these UFC fighters. Yeah. I was like, man, actually call out a legit boxer and let's see what you really about. But
he's talking about he's gonna beat every UFC person. Come on, man, I don't want to see that. I want to see you fight a boxer. All right, so my flop is gonna go to Warner Brothers / Discover for taking a story that we all thought was concluded and it was dead, and they tried to fool us into thinking that there was a chance that Inside the NBA still had a chance of continuing after this season, only to find out that everything's still the same. So Inside the NBA with Eddie, with Ernie, Charles, Kenny, with what's it with Eddie? With
outside the NBA. Right.
With Ernie, Kenny, Shaq, and Child. Yeah, that shit will be over at the end of this next upcoming season. Flops to Warner Brothers / Discover because they made it seem like there was a chance that show might be able to continue. It will not. All right, who you propping, son? Who you propping tonight?
Props going to go to UFC 304. I think it's going to be a good little match between Bilal and Leon Edwards. I really want to see if Leon Edwards about that. He doesn't fight too often compared to like Asanya. Asanya was fighting. Pierre be fighting all the time as a champion. Kamaru Usman was Holloway. Kamaru Usman was fighting a lot when he was champion. So as a champion, you need to be at least 2 cards, at least beginning
2
and
to 3
end.
a year. Yeah.
Right. You can. I know depending on how brutal it is, you can get a 3rd fight, but at least beginning of the year and end of the year, we need to see you just that time. Just we can really see you, give you enough time. But big props to UFC 304. They keep cranking out these fights events every weekend, and I'm tuning in. Hopefully, it's a good one.
All right, my prop is gonna go to San Diego Padre pitcher Dylan Cease for his 114 pitch no hit performance against the Washington Nationals on Thursday, July the 25th. Cease becomes the second Padre to throw a no hitter, joining Joe Musgrove, who threw one in 2021. All right, son. This is the best time of the
show
for us. And we look forward to it every time. It's time to tell someone to sit your ass down. Man, sit your ass down. Please. And
thank you.
All right, son. Who you telling tonight?
My sit your ass down. And this is unsports related. Little Joe Biden. Sit your old ass down. You're delusional ass. Damn, man. All right. Honestly, I'm not really too big into politics, but man, he was losing it. I'm glad he sat his ass down. Hopefully some change, but damn. But more specifically, Joe Biden, sit your ass down.
All right, son. My sit your ass down is going to go to soccer fans. I get fandom. I get intensity and love for your team. But all you people who feel like you got to fight, you got to rush the field, we got to act stupid in the stands, man, sit your asses down. And I'm like, the Argentina thing, they had an issue in Miami. Now they had an issue overseas the other day over in Paris at the Olympics. Soccer fans, sit your asses down. Enjoy the game.
Right.
All the extra stuff, the violence that comes with it, that's not necessary. That's not true fandom. That's just stupidity. And somebody wanting to show their ass. So instead of showing your ass, sit your ass down. Please. And
thank you.
All right, son. Man, we wrapped it up nicely.
Man, nice and smooth. Got John in there.
Had a little guest in the house. Had a nice guest. Another good episode.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, of course, we appreciate you all listening to the Me and D
Pops and Son
podcast.
For that ass.
For that ass.
For that ass. No Diddy.
No Diddy.
No Diddy. Don't forget the merch. The Facebook page is up all right now. Man, MGD Apparel,
man.
MGD Apparel. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram coming, website coming. We're on the way. But right now, if people are wondering how you can get a shirt, custom design, logo, company logo, you got your own business, you got a funny phrase, you got something to commemorate, an event, a celebration, hit us up, man. We do it all in house, Black owned. Support Black businesses. Come on, let's do it for the culture.
Diversify.
Diversify. That's a T-shirt. Diversify. Ooh, yeah. Copyright that. We copyright that.
Yeah, we might have to do that.
Yeah, that's only a nice little hit. Diversify.
Diversify.
And we'll put the definition on it. Oh, yeah. We got a little shirt.
There's
but yeah, hit us up. MGD Apparel. Please. We can make it happen. We do everything.
We got a project right now.
We're trying to stay busy.
Wedding stuff. We stay busy.
Keep us busy. We love work.
Yes, we do. Keeps us out of trouble and keeps us making money. And we appreciate your help with both.
Absolutely.
All right, D. Man, send us home.
But until next time, I'ma holla.
Another one.
And another one.